Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you're new. So today we're going to do the first part will be a haul, and then the second part is going to be just some things that I would recommend on like a Christmas list or things of that nature. Some things that are on mine and just some like general recommendations. I know that the holiday season is coming up, and there may be some people that are struggling with what gifts they should get people, or just wanting an idea of what they can get. So we're going to start off with the haul. I'm going to start with the stuff that I specifically got from for Ibotta deals and things like that. So the first thing is these rolled gold. I got 2 packs of these pretzels, and these were $3 a piece on sale. I believe it was like $3.28 on sale. And there was a thing, if you bought 2 of them, you got a $2 cash back. Then I got 2 things of the Jiffy cornbread mix. My mom and dad really like these. I bought this. These were on sale for 50 cents a piece, which is not bad because I think we usually get about 6 muffins-ish from these. But yeah, honestly and truthfully, really good deal on those to be for 50 cents. And they had a coupon or a deal on Ibotta with the Thanksgiving that you could get one for, or if you bought 2, I think you got it for free, up to like $1.29 back. So that right there, you're making a couple cents. And then I also got 2 packs of these 6-pack bottles of water, or Mountain Dew, 16.9 fluid ounces. That can go in the stockpile. And those also had a deal. I think it was like $1.50 back, but that's something we would have bought anyway. That's all of like the Ibotta deals that I got. I did do the free turkey if you refer a friend, so we did get that. We're gonna probably use one of those for Thanksgiving because a couple people in our family have deals like that, so we may use like one for Christmas or something. Which we normally like to get the turkey breast, but we did get a full turkey. I didn't realize, but it's about 20 pounds that we got. So some other things that I got, which this is when I'm going to start with some of the things that you can get other people for Christmas, but some of this is going to be a haul. Okay, so the first thing that I got, which especially more so for women, but if you are looking for something to get for somebody, I really like these Good Creek or Goose Creek candles, and these are 14.5 ounces. Sorry, couldn't read there for a second. And this is Saturn Sweaters. I wish you all could smell this through the screen. It is so, like, it smells so good. I love these candles. They smell a lot better, like, when they're burning. This is the same exact size, almost, and almost the same container as Bath & Body Works, but it's just not $30. This one's like $13. And again, this one is Saturn Sweaters. I'm trying to think. I also have one. It's like maple pancakes. I have one of those. And then I bought my mom one of these sent too. And then I got her a banana bread. So candles, really good thing. If you do want the most bang for your buck, I would recommend the Goose Creek candles. These, you can find them at Walmart. Really good deal. So the next thing that I can recommend, and this is going to be partially, if you just want to get it for, a woman or whatever, but also I'll put it in with something that you can do with a person who has pets, is, you saw in my last haul, nice comfy pajamas. Now these did not have a matching one, I'm just using this as an example. If you do have someone who is a pet lover or has a pet, you can get pajamas that the person has a pair of pajamas, and then they can have a pair for their dog or cat or whatever for them to match. That's really nice. I do have a couple pairs like that. Usually for Christmas, holidays, stuff like that, we do go ahead and get the dogs matching pajamas to us. But you could also get the person a pair of pajamas and have them customized and made with that person's pet's face on it. I have seen people do that, and those are really cute. So going on from that, another kind of like a personal care item is, and I love these, I use these all the time. So this is a TheraIce headache cap. I have really bad migraines, but even if you just have somebody who has headaches, that is wonderful to use for that. And then I have these, so story time, I bought these when I worked at Walmart. And this is also that TheraIce brand, but this is for your feet. And honestly, I really like these too. I would, before you put them on straight out of the freezer, I would let them just stand out for just a second, because if not, it is really cold on your feet. Almost too cold, in my opinion. But another thing that I would recommend, and you can use these multiple different ways, this is called a snackle box. Now mine that I have a lot of crochet and like crafting stuff in it, but you could use this like on a road trip and put different snacks in it. I think this was $9. Now those headache caps, they are more expensive. I would say they're like $20 if you get like a 2-pack. And then pajamas would range where you get them from. But a snackle box would be great for somebody who is crafty, or just anybody who, you know, goes on road trips, likes to have, you know, a thing of snacks, stuff like that. Going on with like the crafty thing, if you have somebody who likes to bake, getting them like these type of molds, especially ones like this that are heavier and heavy duty, those are pretty nice. And yeah. So another gift that I would say is really, really thoughtful, and this goes into part of the haul. So I got this on clearance today for $4. You could very easily take that sticker off. That is a very nice looking frame. And what you could do is you could get a picture of, you know, that person and their dog. You could get a picture of you and them, whoever you want to put in the picture. And you could give them a nice little frame to put up. That's very nice. I really like those. You can also get people very like decorative type things. Again, this is partial in the haul. And it would depend on what kind of stuff, you know, the person you're buying for likes. But they had these. Now, mind you, it is missing a bulb. These were also in clearance. But these right here are really nice. They're automatically controlled with these remotes rather than plugging them in. And their little lights. I probably will be putting this on the little tree. If you saw in my Easter video, the one that I decorated, this will probably go on it for Christmas. And I like that on certain ones of those you can change color, you can change all kinds of things. So the next thing that I got are these little plastic plates. These are the Goblin and Ghoul brand, which they were on clearance because it's not Halloween anymore. But this comes with 1, 2, 3. This is an 8-pack of plates, and these are really cute. They have little dogs on them, but they were on clearance for $6. If you wanted to get stuff like that, those are also really nice. The person could use them. Or what I personally plan on using these for is, so our dogs, other than when they're in the crate, we will let them eat on plastic plates that we just get for cheap at like Target or Food City or something like that. And for that to be an 8-pack for $6, that's less than $1 per plate. That's really good. But even if you just wanted to give it to them, just the plates for them, that's also really nice. You could also do something like a gift set and give them like the Snackle box with some pajamas and a candle, and you know, maybe put like a thoughtful picture in a picture frame and make it like a basket or something, you know. And I mean, then they can use the basket too. That would also be a really good idea. Something that I personally plan on doing this year, being as I do have the stockpile, I have seen other people do it, is I do plan on getting some of the stuff out of the stockpile, whether it be, you know, like toilet paper or cereal or something like that. That could also be a gift that you could do if you have, you know, followed some of the couponing videos that I do. I really, really like that. And the other one's standing right here. Okay, so the next one, it goes along with like the thoughtful, like more picture type gifts. But we have a ornament, like I've shown you on that one haul, and you can get your, you know, pictures or whatever. This has Oreo and Gidget on it, but that's really nice to be able to give them. You can also do something like this, which, I mean, you know, you may have like your kids or your family or something like that. You don't have to get this many pictures either. But this is a desk frame, so that's really nice. And that's, again, something that's very thoughtful, very meaningful. And all of these things, you know, you can just kind of, you know, even just tweak them a little bit and make it perfect for whoever you're giving the gift for. Which, going into, if you do have someone that you're getting gifts for and they have, you know, pets or whatever, you don't have to do like a matching thing, you know, with them. I mean, it's cute, but you could even get them a gift and then make them like a little basket, like, for example, you know, a little Christmas harness. I mean, taking in account, you would need to know what size their dog wears. And honestly, another thing I would suggest, if you are going to do something like that and give gifts, ask them what type of harness or collar that they like. For example, we use a lot of these that are like the snap back. I'll show you that example, and then I'll show you this example. We use a lot of these little ones that snap in the back. But yeah, you can find stuff like that, and that can be a good gift. You can also, for example, if they have one dog, multiple dogs, whatever, you can even just get them like a little multi-pack. Again, this one was $6.99. That's about $3 a toy. That's not bad at all. Let me get that off there. So I talked about baking. Let's go back into that for just a second. And this is a gift that I purchased for my mom because we took a cooking class. That's another thing. If you know, have memories with people, you can do stuff like that. Let me grab it. If I can grab it, to be honest with you. So I bought my mom this KitchenAid mixer, and it's like a light purple, and it has actually like a different kind of bowl. And it does come with like the dough hook, the whisk, and all that. But my mom's favorite color is purple. And when we took the cooking class, the lady over there, she did have a couple of those KitchenAid mixers. And my mom really liked that. So that was something that I thought I can get for her. Ooh. Let's move on to another category. Housewares. Or, you know, decor, that type of thing. So they have these at Lowe's, which I showed in one of my hauls. And it has like the under part, that mat, and then this one, which is really nice, really pretty. And so that would be a great gift. If you do know somebody that just recently moved out, you could ask them what they need. But I personally, I love the Corelle brand. It's Corelle. Those plates are pretty much indestructible. And you can get, the whole set. They've got bowls, cups, plates, all that stuff. But I do really like those. Those are also a great thing. Blankets, decorative pillows, things like that are also really good. You can also get something for their pets that would tie into their furniture or their theme. So I have this little house, which I think it's technically meant for cats, but Gidget loves this little house. And so that right there, honestly and truthfully, is probably one of the best investments that we have made. She loves it, and Oreo would get in it if she could. Oh, sorry. But another thing that I would even say as far as housewares is you could even get somebody like a blanket or something like that, and you could even get them, I know technically they're called baby blankets, but you could get a blanket and then a baby blanket that kind of match or have a similar theme. And you could give, the person one and then say, oh, here's one for your dog. I mean, our dogs love blankets. They are very, very, we put those in their crate with them. It's good for them to have something to cuddle up with. Another thing you could get for pet owners, and some things that we personally love that I would recommend. Our dogs love their little Serta bed. So if you've ever heard of the Serta mattresses, they do have a Serta dog bed, which is that brand. Our dogs love those. There are times depending on where you get it, you can get it with a free blanket attached to it. And I think some of them come with a pillow. The pillow would not last 5 seconds in our house, but you could do something like that. We also love, it starts with a Y, the brand does. Oh, good. Sorry. I think it's YOUNGKLIN, I think is the brand. But they're little trimmers, and so basically, I've said this before, if you have a dog, especially when it's raining and all that stuff and dirty out, they do get hair in between their paws, and that's really good to help trim that out. Another thing that I personally have on my list for the dogs is a set of nail clippers they have a lot, so you can see if you're cutting it too far. Just in general, dogs, pretty much the majority of them, will love any toy you give them. As far as personalization goes, we talked about the blankets or the pajamas. You can also get a person a customized blanket with their dog's face on it, or a pillow, I think. Which I know they had one brand here for a while. It had went kind of, I'm not going to say viral, but it was pretty popular. You saw it a lot. And it was a pillow type thing, and it was $200 of a dog. I wouldn't say go that far. But, another thing that you could do as far as just thoughtful gifts, even if you didn't want to go out and buy an actual gift, you could get and make candy and all that type of stuff, and you could make them a box full of desserts and bring that to them. That would be really nice. Walmart has quite a few Christmas containers. They're the CWC brand, like that. Those are really pretty. As far as if you have a person that likes books, that would probably be more of you would probably ask them, like, what kind of genre are you into, you know? And it's kind of hard because some people have books, but I will say this, you can buy different types of tablets and stuff for people to read on. That's really nice. As far as gift cards go, you could get them, you know, their favorite restaurant, their favorite store, something like that, and put in like a little stocking or a little coffee cup. Or if you do have a coffee lover, you could buy them a coffee cup and then put like a Starbucks or Dunkin' or whatever type gift card. And then maybe you could put like some snacks in it if you wanted to just do like a little bit of a smaller gift. But yeah, honestly and truthfully, there are a lot of things that I feel like you can get. Makeup, I probably would say don't buy any like foundation unless you know that person's shade for sure or the brand that they use. And certain products, I feel like, do have a tendency to break certain people out. Like everybody's skin reacts different. So yeah, makeup would probably be something that I would say, like, maybe find out what they use before you buy it. Something that I love personally that I would say you could probably buy for anybody that's makeup related is there's a brand called Laneige, Laneige, and they have like a water hydration mask. If you go back to my birthday vlog, there was a small version of that in it. They also have lip balms and lip scrubs and just different things. To me, I personally feel like their products smell really good. They're really hydrating, especially during the winter. I feel like we all get like chapped, uh, you know, chapped lips, and our skin gets drier and stuff like that. Um, you could get them certain types of decor if you know what the theme of their home is. Um, or you could do like customized, like a painted gift or something that you've made yourself. I personally crochet. I have made people things before. But it kind of just depends on, what that person likes. If you have a person that likes soup, you could buy, there's a lot of people on Etsy that make soup bowl holders, and you could probably ask them if you could make it like a certain theme. Like, for example, I bought Mom one that was UK. I bought her a couple of those, stuff like that. Oh, something I will say, if you do have a healthcare worker in your family or on your gift list, badge reels are always really nice. This one is a Christmas one with a reindeer and all that. You can also get, they're called a marker parker. If you have someone that's in like x-ray or something where they use markers, that's really good. A badge buddy, which basically, like, for example, you could put nurse and have it write nurse on it, or x-ray, or doctor. I think I've seen some people with doctors ones. PT, I think, does them, like physical therapy. OT probably does all of those. But those are badge buddies, and you can get them in different themes for holidays or just regular. Let's see. And then I'm trying to think, if you do have somebody that's in a field where they use like a marker parker or like, for example, x-ray, stuff like that, they use what are called markers that have lead in them. You do have to make sure they have lead in them. That's important. But I have a friend that has some that are red and all that stuff, and I've known people that get them for holidays too. Those are really cute. But yeah, this one I got was $10, which is really nice. And this was from a craft show, so I don't know who to tell you to get one of those from. But I've got a couple of these. This is an example of a marker parker, or not a badge buddy. Sorry. And you can see it's different on each side, and those are pretty nice. If you do have somebody in X-ray, you can also get them a thing of adhesive. That's kind of expensive, and it's something that they have to buy quite often. So that could be something that you get. Let's see. I know you can even get markers with like that person's dog face. So, or a cat or whatever pet they have. Which those are neat. But yeah, and then as far as like clothes go, I don't know. I feel like you could probably get like shoes and stuff and just find out their size. But even that, I feel like sometimes it's really hard to judge because certain shoes, certain clothes fit differently, like different brands. So you may have somebody that's in a size large and they get a size large from this brand and it works. But then, this large is too small. You'll need an extra large. You need to size up. I don't know. I kind of feel odd about clothes and shoes because certain shoes fit really tight. But I would definitely get it to where if they don't like it, they can return it for a different size or whatever. Just because different shoes, different clothes, different brands fit differently. You could even do a gift box that has like their favorite snacks and their favorite drink, and maybe put like some stuff in there with like a movie and stuff for hot chocolate and all that stuff. That would be pretty nice. But yeah, let me know down in the comments if you all have any other recommendations for people to get. But throw those down in the comments so that way other people that are doing their Christmas shopping who maybe need some ideas, they can have an idea of what to get. Oh, goodness. Sorry again. But you all have a good day. Again, comment down below. And honestly, also comment down below, like, what do you want for Christmas? What gift is, like, high on your priority list for your Christmas list? Let me know. Have a good day.